So if you're in Escondido and you want to save 20 to 30% on your hot water repair or replacement, contact us. And only if you're in Escondido. And the reason I could save you 20 to 30% on a water heater replacement is CAC. What does that mean? CAC means customer acquisition costs. The way I get my customers is, it kind of sucks because it's basically referrals. And it's LTV, long time value of my customers. We replaced that PRV valve. So on this customer, we worked here before. So when a customer calls me and we already have a relationship. So yesterday he called me at Saturday. Hey, I have a leak. I was in LA, so I couldn't get to him. And I told him I'm in LA, but I told him just shut off the valve. He did. And then I told him, and I came at 8 p.m. to look at it. And I told him, well, you do need a new water heater. And I gave him the price, and he's all like, but can't we wait until during the week? I was like, he's like, I know in the weekend it costs more money to do it. And I was like, and for me, when I have a customer that I've been doing business with, and you got to keep in mind, he waited for me for like 5 hours until I got back from LA, didn't look for another quote. And he, and I told him, and he's all like, is that a standard price? When I give him the price, I'm like, look, Steve, look, I'll take care of it. I'll come back tomorrow on a Sunday and I'll do it. And then I gave him the price, and he says, is that pretty standard? And I was like, on a Sunday? No. When it comes to when we got to work on a Sunday, I'm giving you about 50 to 60% off. If you go call a plumbing company on a Sunday, they're going to hit you with overtime fees. They're going to hit you on all of these type of fees. But since we live in Escondido and we're from Escondido, and like I said, most of our work comes from word of mouth, next door, and recommendations, I could give customers discount, especially if you live in Escondido. I'll come and give you the regular price during the week price, which is still 20 to 30% off compared to the competition. And one thing I have done, I made it so fucking simple. I don't compete on sales. I compete on not price. I compete on just efficiency. So if you I don't want to waste your guys' time. So all you got to do is you can just text me a picture, the model number, like a picture of 5 feet like this, and I could quote you. So because I know what the standard rate is going, and I'm always around 20 to 30% cheaper because I don't market, I don't pay for clicks. My customers are always loyal. They always come back and they wait for me, which is rare. I have a couple customers that are on, like, you gotta wait for me for 1 to 2 weeks right now, and they will wait for me. And like I said, and I told Steve, like, look, I'm not gonna let you suffer another day. I'll come tomorrow on the Sunday, take care of it, and we'll replace your water heater for you. And on the standard price, which is 20 to 30% from the competition, and 50 to 60% off when you compare where plumbing companies prey on you to call on the Sunday because they mark up the price outrageously. And like I said, this deal only applies to Escondido. So if you live in Escondido and your water heater decided to fail on a Sunday and you want to take a hot shower, I actually like working on Sunday. I'm like, during the week I'm usually doing like work on operating in my company, so I rather be working on the Sunday, so I get to have fun. So don't be afraid to call us on a Sunday, whether you have a bursted pipe, a leak, and we'll come and knock it out for you. And that way you could go take a hot shower for tomorrow and not pay a ridiculous price. And that's the thing about these bigger companies, they'll take advantage of you. And like I said, this customer Steve waits for me, didn't get a second opinion, and that's why I could offer these discounts, because I'm not over here, pricing stuff so outrageously that you'll never call that company again. Most of my work is repeat business, so I know that they're always going to call me. So that's why I offer 20 to 30% discounts from the competition. And like I said, if you text me a quote, I know if you text me a picture of what you want, I could give you a quote over the phone, and then you could really see if I am between 20 to 30%. Like I said, it's because the way we work and We don't have a crazy marketing team. We don't pay for ads, and I grew my business the old-fashioned way, which is word of mouth. So that's why I'm usually 20 to 30% lower than the competition. So if you want to save some money and you're in Escondido, give us a call. Especially on the weekends, overnight, Sundays, we'll take care of you. Not if you're in San Diego. I'm not driving to San Diego on a Sunday. I'll stay in Escondido. This offer only applies to Escondido because I'm down the street.